This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we get a summer construction update from PennDOT. Happy Friday, everyone. My name is Ken Kara, and thanks for spending some time with us. Here's your headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. A Hazleton man was arrested and charged yesterday in connection with a shooting incident in the city on Wednesday afternoon. 25-year-old Jonathan L. Alvarez is facing felony counts of aggravated assault, prohibited possession of a firearm, and firearms not to be carried without a license. Hazleton Police Chief Frank D'Andrea says the charges stem from the alleged shooting of two individuals. The two victims, whose names have not been released, are said to be recovering in the hospital. The incident happened in broad daylight on Wednesday in the area of East Mine and South Cedar Streets in Hazleton. Police are investigating whether this incident is connected to another incident of shots fired earlier that day on North Cedar Street. Meanwhile, Hazleton Police Chief Frank D'Andrea will no longer be in charge of the city's code enforcement department. Mayor Joey Nuzzi made the announcement, which says, quote, "After months of evaluation, policy changes, and restructuring with Chief Frank D'Andrea, we have determined the code enforcement department is able to function within itself," unquote. The mayor credited the chief's leadership and determination in improving the code department, which has increased its financial income. Former code enforcement supervisor Michael Wilfing will take over for D'Andrea. James Ferry, who was promoted to a full-time code enforcement position about a month ago, has been named to the supervisor's post. There may be new life for a popular property in our area. According to our media partner, the Standard Speaker, the former Friendly's restaurant on Route 93 in Hazel Township has been sold to a group of investors. The building originally opened as LB's Big Boy restaurant in 1973. It then became Franklin's restaurant and ultimately was leased to Friendly's, and Friendly's made the decision to close on July 26th. The new owner, Luzerne Capital Funding LLC, plans to sell or lease it to a business other than a restaurant. A longtime Ashland tradition returns next weekend. The Ashland Boys Association Parade will take place next Saturday, September 5th at 6 p.m. A new group of organizers took over the event in hopes of preserving the parade. The event commemorates the days of the 19th and 20th centuries when the boys returned to their hometown of Ashland after leaving in search of employment. Back then, the boys would return via train on Saturday before Labor Day. Bands, school groups, and anyone interested in participating is encouraged to show up the day of the parade. For more information, you can contact Stephanie Aballo, president of the Ashland Mummers Association, at 570-985-3702. Tomorrow marks the donation drop-off and free Tamaqua community giveaway. Volunteers are needed to help with items that will be dropped off for free distribution. Volunteers are asked to meet at M&M Self-Storage between 7:30 a.m. and 11:45 a.m. Donations can be dropped off between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. All items will be given away free to Tamaqua residents via a drawing at 9:15 a.m. The event is sponsored by the Tamaqua Volunteers. The beautiful weather usually means many cars on the highways. If you're planning to travel, be aware of several construction projects underway in our area. Lisa Sugart has more.
If you drive anywhere throughout the Hazleton area and beyond, you know construction season is well underway. And here to give us an update on some of the projects right here in our area is James May, the Regional Press Officer for PennDOT. James, how are the projects going?
Well, as you said, we're right in the midst of a very, very busy time here. Some people joke that in northeastern Pennsylvania there's two seasons, winter and construction, and we're right in the midst of the construction season. A number of projects that are impacting the folks here in this area. State Route 309 between 93 Broad Street all the way up to Interstate 80. That's a project that's under the same contract as some work that's being done up in northern Luzerne County. Matter of fact, it goes all the way up into Wyoming County. That's all under one contract. That work is scheduled to be wrapped up by October timeframe, so both of those projects should be done around then. We did just eliminate a number of the no turn on reds here and on the Broad Street corridor project. That's another one. The airport, I know that a lot of people are asking about that. There's some roundabouts that are going in place up in the Avoca International Airport. A number of people have asking about that one. That's scheduled to wrap up in 2016. And just a lot of other projects. Our crews are out on a very regular basis filling a lot of the potholes and doing some of that type of repair as well. So very, very, very busy time. And then toward the end of October is when we'll transition from our summer construction season, and it's going to be here before we know it, but that's when we'll transition over to our winter maintenance.
And if people are heading out and they're worried about being stuck in traffic for a lengthy period of time because of construction or what's the best advice you have for them?
Well, there's two things. One, or actually three things. One, you can always go to 511pa.com, and there's a number of roads that are listed on there, and it will give you real-time traffic information. If you want to report information to PennDOT and let us know whether it's a pothole that's out there, or this time of year, many times it's a deer alongside the road, or if you need to let us know about information, you can always call 1-800-FIX-ROAD, and that's a good way to let us know about what's taking place in your region. If you want to get information from us, every week we send out a road report, and then in the wintertime, many times we'll send out the report and just let folks know if there's a crash in the area or a lane closure because of winter conditions. But you can email me directly at jamay@pa.gov. That's jamay@pa.gov, and that's a good way for you to get information from us. So you can send information our way, or you can get information from us, either one.
All right. Always keeping you in the know with what's happening on the roads throughout Pennsylvania. James May from PennDOT.
Thanks, Lisa, and I like that tie, James. Very nice. Coming up next, we talk with two local guys getting ready to launch their national TV show about hunting. Later in sports, our football previews continue with the Monoy area Golden Bears, plus Ronnie has short shots.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
The countdown continues to one of the largest street fairs around. We're now 15 days away from the fun, food, crafts, entertainment, and the big parade that's all involved with Fun Fest 2015 in downtown Hazleton. The fun begins September 12th and continues on the 13th. For more information, go to funfestpa.org.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Another almost perfect, maybe even perfect day in the Hazleton area on Friday. Hope you got out there and you were able to really enjoy it. Let's take a look at our weather now from the National Weather Service. Here's our forecast for tonight. Mostly clear. Our low will be 56 degrees. For the rest of our weekend, let's take a look at Saturday and Sunday. First Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 78. Saturday night will be mostly cloudy with a low of 62 degrees. On Sunday, we reach up to 82 degrees under partly sunny skies. Sunday night will be mostly cloudy, low of 63. On Monday, it looks nice. Once again, partly sunny with a high near 83. And then on Monday night, partly cloudy with a low around 62. For our Tuesday, it will be mostly sunny as we get to the mid-80s, and then on Tuesday night, partly cloudy with a low of 62 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. Treat yourself today.
There's a new show coming to a national hunting channel, and even if you're not that into hunting, I think you're going to enjoy it. The hosts are super cool and they're from our area. You're about to see some video from their promo online and my interview with the two hosts. Wild Bout Hunting is coming your way in April of 2016. It will be on 266, that's the channel number, on Angel 2 Dish Network, Cloud TV, Amazon Fire TV, Roku. There will also be a live stream on these two gentlemen's website. Right next to me, it's Wild Bout Hunting. The two hosts of the show, Dennis Gans and Tim Samick, are here to talk about the show. And guys, very exciting. It's getting off the ground. Season 1 is coming. Let's talk about the concept of the show. You said do-it-yourself hunting, which I thought, well, hunting's always do-it-yourself. It's not. It's an interesting concept you have.
Yeah, it is. What we're trying to portray with the show, Ken, is showing people that you can go outside of your comfort zone. And you go to another state that maybe you thought you could never hunt before, and do it all on your own. There's plenty of outfitters out there that you can book a hunt with, and they're doing a lot of the work for you because of your busy work schedules. So what we're trying to do is become the outfitter as well as the hunter and everything else that's associated with it, and show you how you can do it and try and keep the costs down for you too, because you do pay a little bit more when you go to an outfitter. Not that that's bad, but sometimes there's a little bit more reward out of doing it yourself.
And the show will showcase you guys mapping out areas, doing the research, finding out where the animals are. So this is really interesting. And one thing I found very interesting was you have to keep up your fitness too, and that's going to be part of the show. Talk about why that's so important, and nutrition even.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you're out stomping around these mountains, you can't be out of shape. Trust me, I've been down that road before. So you need to be in shape. You need to be able to get to where the animals are. You need to be able to scout. You need to be able to put out your equipment. Climbing trees, we have to climb the trees with our tree stands. And we try and pay attention to our nutrition. That's not to say that we don't drive through the local McDonald's, but you know what I mean. It's a big part of it. So you need to be ready in all aspects to get out there and do it yourself. Even just to get out there, even if you're not doing it yourself, and you're on a guided hunt, you still need to be ready. Because our original premise, we were going to be heading to Colorado, which is going to be a lot less thinner, it's going to be a lot thinner air. We were really pressed for time getting ready for that, Unfortunately, that didn't work out, but we were able to revamp everything around and get it all set up for Ohio. So we're looking forward to heading out to Ohio for whitetail.
And Des, what was one of the most challenging, maybe physical things you've done when you were hunting? What's something that really tested you?
I think it's the equipment that you have to pack in. With what we're doing, we're trying to put together a television show. We have a lot more equipment that maybe the average hunter might be packing in. And not only do we have our clothes, when you go into the woods, we don't wear everything that we would wear when we're sitting in a tree stand. We're wearing the bare minimum, and it's packed in a backpack, so that backpack's weighted down. Then we have our camera equipment, then we have our tree stands, and then obviously you have whatever weapon, bow, gun that you're using, and that's a lot to get in there, and you're usually going in early in the morning and coming out late at night, and you may be walking anywhere from, a half a mile to 2 miles to get to where you're going to hunt. So there's a lot of physical activity involved just to get set up, be ready to hunt.
Next time I go to a football game, I'll lug in the camera and the tripod. I'll be thankful to have a bow and arrow with me. But and Tim, why would people maybe not interested in hunting? Like me, I don't have a big hunting background, but why would they be interested in maybe tuning this show in?
Well, I think there's a lot more to it. It's not just going out there and shooting an animal. I think people could get interested in everything that we do, everything that it requires for us to do, not only on ourselves, but our families. We're both employed outside of what we do here. So there's a lot of interesting things that take place and happen to make this whole package come together. And I think that can pique a lot of folks' interest and say, hey, these guys just aren't going out there and squeezing the trigger or letting an arrow fly just errantly. There's a lot more to it, I think, that people could really enjoy and get into watching us do.
It's exciting. 2 local guys going to be on television, hoping to get the show out there as much as they possibly can. We're going to keep them around. We have part 2 of this interview coming your way soon on FYI. And in part 2 of that interview, we'll talk about how you can get that sweet hat that Dennis had on and how the show got off the ground. Right now, though, it's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers on the green screen. Pick 2, 4, 9, pick 3, 7, 3, 1, pick 4, 0, 1, 0, 1, and pick 5, 2, 2, 6, 9, 2. Lottery numbers on FYI brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency with 2 locations to serve you. 1 location in Cunningham on Sugarloaf Avenue and the other one in Nescopec on Broad Street. You can call Boyer Insurance in Cunningham at 570-788-3543 and in Nescopec at 570-752-7683. Our football previews on FYI continue next with Monoy area.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
For the first time in 15 years, the Monoy area Golden Bears made the District 11 Single A football playoffs in 2014. I asked one of their players about that run, and he said it was a struggle at times last season, and this year they're going to come back stronger. It's all about staying strong this year as the Golden Bears go after some district gold. Bears get hungry. These Bears are starving. Last year's run to the District 11 Single A playoffs was only an appetizer, and they want the entree. Monoy area came into the playoffs as a number 4 seed, and they lost to number 1 seed and eventual champion Pius X 26-7. Monoy area ran into a good team and some injuries. They return a lot of players from last year's team, so they know they have the talent. So here's where the focus has been this offseason.
It always comes down to how healthy can you stay and who's the healthiest team towards the end of the season and through the season. So right now our focus is staying healthy through camp and through our scrimmages and carrying that into the season. Getting stronger is a great way to prepare for the physical challenges of a long football season. Senior fullback Lenny Dolsky, who rushed for close to 1,000 yards last season, has an interesting way to get ready for the grind of a season in the Anthracite League.
So what do you do this year? Is it just kind of let's stay healthy, and what do you kind of work on to get to that ultimate goal then?
Just stay healthy and lift and just train harder just so we can make it the whole way.
What did you do this offseason when you say lifting and that? I mean, just how was your offseason?
I just lifted, and I work at a scrap yard, so I've been lifting a lot there.
No kidding. So to take me to that, what's kind of a workout at the scrap yard like?
It's all just moving fridges and stuff all the time. It's kind of hard, but then I go right from that to lifting and football, so it's fun.
I don't know if Dolsky's teammate Mason Ryan has been tossing around old kitchen appliances this offseason, but he's also looking to build off a strong 2014. From the quarterback spot, Ryan dashed for over 700 yards last season.
We did a good job last year of really settling into the offense that we run. We're a high option-oriented team, and Mason Ryan and Lenny Dolsky really had a great year running our offense, so we're pretty excited to have those two guys back. They're two critical spots in our offense of a quarterback and a fullback, so we're excited to have those two positions back this year.
On defense, the Bears are stocked like the refrigerator at my grandmother's house. Okay, I'm done with the kitchen stuff. Monoy area brings back two linebackers, in Mike Wronski and Nolan Fagley, who both had over 100 tackles last season. Joe Bradley will be handling the kicking again this season on special teams. The Bears will be tested early. They start the season against AAA Lehighton on the road. Better hit up Duke Salvage. You get any of the other guys out the scrapyard, or ever you're like, hey, come on down, maybe non-paid internship just to get stronger?
Coach asked me, but I don't know if we could do that, though. I hope so.
Hey viewers, take the weekend off, and then on Monday we'll pick up our football previews with the Tamaqua area Blue Raiders. And just so you know, 2 of our football previews are now available on our Facebook page. We'll get them all up there as they air. Well, there's still work to be done this Friday. Let's check out the FYI Standard Speaker scoreboard. Hazleton area and Tamaqua, they both picked up wins in girls tennis. The Lady Cougars swept the singles matches with Stephanie Mazurik and Sophia Lucen and Lily Nowak getting the victories. Tamaqua area got wins from Maddie Davis, Allison Pedersen, Amy Gardner, and Emma Ozenbach in the singles matchups. On the links, MMI lost and Hazleton area won in conference play. The Preppers got a round of 40 from Adam Moto Villak, and the Cougars' Frank Surratt shot a 39. I still hit triple digits when I play 9 holes, so I would just, if they were behind me, these 2 players, I would let them play through. The Crusher, who hails from Cunningham, was hitless in the first game of this doubleheader for Lehigh Valley. Russ Kanzler did not play in Game 2, but he was the first base coach for the Pigs. John Eric Poli is at the game for us tonight, so we'll have a story with Kanzler next week. The Cubs ran into Madison Bumgarner and San Francisco, and the Giants, they got the win. The Cubs, they take the loss on Thursday. At the Little League World Series, Texas punched their ticket to the United States Championship with an extra inning win over California. They'll face Pennsylvania tomorrow. Mexico beat Venezuela, and they'll play Japan in the International Championship on Saturday. The World Series Championship will feature the winner of those games on Saturday. They'll play the game on Sunday in Williamsport for the overall championship. Ron Marchetti is all ready for Short Shots. Check out his snazzy blue shirt and his incredible sports knowledge.
Texas defeated California last night in 8 innings to earn the right to play Pennsylvania tomorrow for the U.S. Championship. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Short Shots. A great win for Texas, but 2 of their top pitchers will not be eligible to pitch tomorrow because of Little League pitch count rules. It's the final Friday in August. That's bad news. But next Friday will be the first Friday in September and the first high school football game. That's good news. However, the first game for the Cougars is away. That's bad news, but it will be on TV. That's good news. Last Friday, Lewisberry, Pennsylvania, about 50 miles from Williamsport, powdered Missouri, 18-0 in their Little League World Series opener. Then they rallied in the last of the last to beat South Carolina 8-7 before defeating Texas 3-0 on Wednesday before 35,000 at Lamont Stadium. That win put PA in the U.S. title game tomorrow. The winner will play for all the marbles on Sunday. I like Pennsylvania's chances, I really do. Ryan Hunter, Rie, won the Verizon IndyCar Series ABC Supply Company 500 at Pocono Raceway. Justin Wilson, a talented young driver with 2 kids and a wife, was critically injured during a crash. Unfortunately, he died the following day. What else? Mike Fiers of the Houston Astros pitched a no-hitter against the LA Dodgers exactly 9 days after Hisashi Iwakuma of Seattle no-hit Baltimore, the 6th no-no this year in the majors. Justin Verlander just missed a no-hitter on Wednesday, losing in the 9th to the Dodgers, losing the no-hitter in the 9th, who were almost no-hit twice in 1 week. Hip, hip, Jorge. Jorge Posada's number 20 was officially retired by the Yankees this week after a 17-year career in all in Navy pinstripes. Ohio State is the unanimous #1 AP choice to repeat as national champions in college football. Finally, about 17 years ago, Rick Marticelli, a former employee of Channel 13, unexpectedly ran into Chocolate Thunder. He had nothing for him to sign, so he pulled out a dollar bill from his wallet, this dollar bill, and got it signed for me. What a guy. Chocolate Thunder was his nickname because he dunked so hard he would shatter glass backboards when he played for the 76ers. Darryl Dawkins died yesterday of a heart attack at the age of 58. Thanks, Rick, wherever you are. Till Monday, be a good sport. Stay loose.
Be happy, it's Friday, and go to Bottlenecks for half-price happy hour starting at 6 p.m. They have live music and half-price appetizers.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy 11th birthday to Isabella Lasant. She celebrates on Saturday love from your mom, dad, grandparents, family, friends, and everyone at SSPTV. Our Talk of the Town report, the 16th annual Keystone State Hot and Stinky Garlic and Herb Festival will be held Saturday, August 29th and Sunday, August 30th at Zanolini Nursery and Country Shop. Come out for all the food and fun, including garlic farmers, crafters, and vendors, live music, delicious food, Chinese auction, and a garlic eating contest. Zanolini Nursery and Country Shop is located on St. John's Road in Drums. For info, call 788-3152 or check out zanolininursery.net. And finally, the Tamaqua Volunteers Group monthly free giveaway will be held Saturday, August 29th at the M&M Self-Storage Center. Donations will be accepted from 8 to 9 a.m. and the giveaway will begin at 9:15. Volunteers are needed from 8 a.m. to noon. Program is free and open to anyone living in the 18252 zip code. For info, just call 570-668-1234. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Nelson J. Pollock Sr. of Tamaqua. Memorial is Tuesday at 9 a.m. in the Skyview Memorial Park. The Hartman Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Susan Sheegan of Hazel Township. Funeral is Monday at 10 a.m. in the St. Joseph's Church. Friends may call at the church Monday from 9 to 10 a.m. Arrangements are by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Albert M. DeLessio of Hazel Township. Funeral is Monday at 9 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Sunday from 5 to 8 p.m. Anna Farkas, formerly of Drums. Arrangements will be announced by the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home. Gregory Tutko of Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home. And Constance C. Zapataki of West Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Jerome Molesky of Beaver Meadows. Jerome, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Exciting things this weekend. Huge country concert in our area, as well as parking lot party at Marley's Brewery. If you're out toward the Bloomsburg way, have fun, but be safe and come back Monday for more FYI. See you then. Take it easy, everyone.